Athens is the oldest capital city in the world.
Don't you want to just dance?
The people of Greece love their weightlifters.
Let's look at the backside.
It's the cradle of Western civilization.
What am I going to do with a whole head of a pig?
This is the temple to the goddess of wisdom, Athena.
Pericles himself walked right here. And right over there, too. And over there. And I think right there, too.
Hello world, I've been waiting for a chance to see your face. Oh, hello world, I am ready for a different kind of place. And I'm flying to somewhere else, 'cause I'm searching for something else. And I'm leaving, I don't know where I'm gonna land. Oh no, yes, I'm leaving, I don't know where I'm gonna land.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Travelers in Athens, Greece. I'm Michelle Kruzik.
I'm Barbara Alvarez.
And I'm Patrick Michael.
Athens is the capital city of Greece, Europe's southeasternmost country. People have been living here for over 4,000 years.
From just about anywhere in Athens, you can see the symbol of the city, the sacred rock, the Acropolis. It's the site of the Parthenon, the ancient temple built to honor the goddess Athena, for whom Athens was named.
Surrounded by mountains on three sides, Athens has long been the center of political and cultural life. But it wasn't until 1834 that Athens became the capital. It was then, after 400 years of Ottoman rule, that the rebuilding of Athens took on a European flair.
Today, Athens is a huge, loud, sprawling city of about 5 million. Almost half the country's population lives here.
Welcome to the modern city of Athens, where the ancient past is unmistakable, and we are constantly reminded that this is the land where the Olympics, philosophy, theater, and democracy were born.
It's a very busy city, but it's full of life, and I love it.
What's the city like?
It's big, very busy, a madhouse.
What's your favorite part about living here?
Okay, well,
Everything.
I love strolling around the Acropolis
Uh-huh.
and meeting friends in outdoor cafes.
When you're out at outdoor cafes, what do you guys talk about? Because people, the people of Athens do that a
Okay,
lot.
I'm kind of an intellectual guy. I have a book always with me. So, okay, so we talk about, I guess...
Smart things.
Yeah, smart things, that's right.
What goes through your mind when you see the Acropolis?
The history of Greece. It's something incredible.
It's alive. It's crazy. It's chaotic. It's beautiful.
Of course, we have our, characteristics. We are Greek people, and
What does that mean, Greek people?
We're a bit stubborn, and we have, but I think we're also very common knowledge all around the world. It's our hospitality.
Who are the flowers for?
For me, it's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy
Don't ask me
birthday.
how old I am.
Okay, I
won't
won't.
answer.
Over the past 40 years, Athens has grown at an alarming rate, and the effects can be felt daily on the streets and in the air. To deal with the traffic and the smog, or as they call it in Greek, nephos, the government restricts auto traffic in the downtown circle to even and odd days. Depending on the last digit of your license plate, you can only drive on either even or odd days of the month. One way a lot of people beat the traffic and avoid these restrictions is to ride a motorcycle.
I wanted to take a motorcycle ride around Athens, so I hooked up with a guy named Aki Temberidis, who's a writer for a motorcycle and car magazine, and he has a really slick bike.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
bad? Is it bad planning, or is it just
Bad planning.
too small for too many people? or-
That's right. It's an old town designed for 1,100,000 people. And there are 4 million people here.
Oh. There are a lot of motorcycles too. How many of them are there?
Several hundred thousands. And most of them are little bikes, scooters and Vespas.
Why are they so popular here?
Because you can move around the traffic. It's the only way to move.
Oh, look at all the motorcycles all around. Where are we going?
Kolonaki.
Kolonaki. What is
That's right.
Kolonaki?
Kolonaki is a square here in the center of the city.
Uh-huh.
It's classic Athens here.
What do you mean by classic Athens?
Classic Athens, the classic places to go from the 50s up to the 90s.
Okay, so these are constant favorites.
That's
This
right.
is a cool hangout always.
Do you like Greek coffee?
I've never had it.
Oh, so you can have it now.
Okay.
It was a Tuesday afternoon. You'd think everybody would be at work, but no, they were doing one of the most popular things to do in Athens, sitting at an outdoor cafe, sipping coffee, talking about life and relaxing.
No Greek coffee?
No Greek coffee, this is an Italian espresso. Casually, but as you see, all the time in Athens, people are drinking coffee. It's a trend, it's not a fashion. It's a lifestyle, the coffee. It's when I get to know you, the first thing I say to you is, as a man to a woman, are we going for a coffee? And this is the main lifestyle in Greece. And maybe this is the main reason why Greece is so behind technologically and culturally, I'd say. Coffee in
Everyone's
Greece.
hanging out drinking coffee, huh?
Everybody's drinking coffee. A lot of hours. Athens today is a different town than it was 10 years before only. But it's the same town, the same Athens. I don't know how to explain.
I imagine you mean the heart of Athens.
Inside you're the same. You're Greek, you're Mediterranean, you're a live type. You want to live, you want to travel, you want to make love, everything, and you don't change.
Here we are at one of the trendiest cafes in Athens, and they don't have Greek coffee?
Incredible.
Explain that to
I
me.
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Well, we're gonna have to have some later. I have to have some
We're
Greek
going
coffee.
somewhere else.
Okay. Great stores, great fashion, great shoes. You know, one thing I have noticed in my short time here is that people here are very cool.
Yeah, cool.
Everybody dresses really cool, the leather, even the motorcycles. Would you say it's a cool town, Athens? It's got attitude.
It's got an attitude, yes. And you know, Barbara, you look good when you have a nice life. But in Athens, even if you don't have a nice life all the day, you see good-looking people.
You still look good.
We headed up this avenue that runs right along the Acropolis, and we went around a turn, and I caught my first view of the Acropolis. I just got chills. Greek coffee finally.
Sniyasu.
Sniyasu? What is
Cheers.
that?
Cheers.
Cheers. Sniyasu.
That's right. You like it? It's
Pretty
different.
good. Different. Different.
You want it, he's got it. Athenians love their neighborhood peripteros. Find out why next on Travelers.
The The Acropolis is the focal point of Athens. You can see it from many different places in the city, and when you do, it just takes your breath away. The Acropolis was built in the 5th century BC, and basically the word means high point in the city. It's also one of the first places that people visit when they come here, because it's Athens.
Barbara and Michelle and I went with our guide Takis not only to the Acropolis, but all the way up this mountain to the Parthenon and the monuments there.
This is the amphitheater of Herod. It was made in the middle of the 2nd century after Christ. Herod, very wealthy Athenian who made great things all over Greece, and he built this theater, this amphitheater, as a gift to the city of Athens. We walk through the Propylaeum, as they call it in Greek. Propylaeum, the official entrance. And we have to go up where is the holy area. There's a platform on the top of the Acropolis. This is the temple to the goddess.
When I saw the Parthenon there, I, literally just wanted to go, oh, let's go and get there. And, but of course, Takis was like, let me tell you some things about it.
In all the other cities, up on the top was the palace for the king, or the palace, the house for the commander. Except the Acropolis of Athens, because the time that they built it, they didn't have a king, they have democracy. So then to put the palace for the king, they put the temples for the gods. This made it very different. So this is the entrance to Parthenon, that it was a temple to the goddess Athena. We are not able to make a copy of the Parthenon because we don't know what kind of mathematics this fantastic architect with the name Iktinos, he used to give this perfection. This is why even today we are not able to make a copy of the Parthenon. The pillars, they are not straight, but it's giving the optical illusion, and from a distance looks perfectly straight. The level is going like this, the pillars are going like that, and we suppose that the mathematics this architect used, they would disappear in the Library of Alexandria that was destroyed by fire in the time of Julius Caesar and Cleopatra.
What does the Acropolis mean to you?
My tradition, my nationality. This thing, it was a symbol for free mind, democratic ideas, the rights of the human being, historical things, many things that's very difficult to take them all in one word and give one explanation, but means a lot.
All over Athens, almost on every little corner, you can see these little shops, these little booths that are set up that sell everything. And in Greek, it's called a periptero. Our friend Greg took me to this really popular one. Do you know how these peripteros got started?
Κάτι παρουσιάστηκε σε αυτούς τους ανθρώπους και δεν είναι σε θέση να δουλέψουν.
It started as a government plan for disabled people that couldn't move around, couldn't do active work, and then they just started springing up all over Athens.
Well, what happens when he wants to leave for a minute, go to the bathroom?
No, it's very easy. He just closes for a little while.
You got to pack a lot of stuff up to close this. How do you just close?
No. He doesn't actually close. Δεν το κλείνετε όλο.
Όλο.
Όχι, όλο.
Όχι, μόνο την πόρτα.
Just the door.
Ναι.
Nobody
την πόρτα μόνο.
Nobody will touch anything.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay. It's cool.
See, in America, we might have a problem with somebody coming by and, maybe trying to steal something. No problem with that? Nobody steals anything?
Not really, no.
So what's the best part of your job? What do you like the most about being here?
Η απασχόληση και η επικοινωνία που έρχομαι με τον άνθρωπο συνέχεια και κάθε στιγμή έρχομαι σε επικοινωνία με τον άνθρωπο.
You meet a lot of different people. It's a people job.
Okay. Look.
Okay.
I can't believe you move around in here. And you've got a TV.
Sport time. Δεν το έχω, μου έχει τελειώσει. Σιγά, σιγά.
Here, oh, this way?
Μου έχει τελειώσει.
Be careful, he says, because you might, you might destroy it if you move too violent.
Aspiros doesn't actually own the Periptero, but he runs it. He rents it from someone else. And he is the one that gets to make all the choices. What, these are shoe things to put in your shoes to make them smell better. Those are good. I got underwater diving. Okay.
Don't want to see that one.
Here, I can show you the top. Here. What's the craziest thing you ever bought from a Periptero?
Το πιο τρελό πράγμα τι είναι που πήρες από Periptero?
220 και 200 προφυλακτικά.
I think I know what that word is.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Tell me I'm right. That's really what that is.
I think you're right.
Oh,
If what
okay.
you're thinking is...
Hey, thanks. Γεια σου.
Γεια σου. Γεια σου. Γεια σου. Τι κάνεις?
Maybe,
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. That's thank you very much, right? All right.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.
Thanks.
Greece's Olympic weightlifters next on Travelers.
Yes.
Other side.
Ancient Greece is the birthplace of the Olympic Games, which is a source of pride for Greeks around the world. The modern Olympic Games were re-established right here in this stadium back in 1896. And that's the last time they were played here. But they're coming back. Athens won the bid, and now with great anticipation and some pretty massive construction projects, the whole city's gearing up to host the 2004 Olympic Games.
We're at the indoor training center for the new Olympic Stadium complex where the games will be held in 2004.
It's also where Greece's gold medal winning weightlifting team is training right now. They won gold in Barcelona in '92 and 2 more in Atlanta in '96. Let's see some muscle.
Let's do it. Okay.
People of Greece love their weightlifters. They're rock stars here. They're huge personalities. They love them. We met the coach of the team, Christos Iakovou, who is a celebrity here in Athens because he trains the world's best weightlifting team. What makes the team so good?
Δικά μας η τρέλα που δουλεύουμε όλη μέρα εδώ μέσα, κάνουμε περίπου 3 προπονήσεις κάθε μέρα.
Our insanity.
Η αγάπη για το αντικείμενο.
Yeah, our insanity for training. We train about 3 times a day. We don't do anything else but think about training.
Θα κάνω ό,τι μπορώ μέχρι το 2004 να βοηθήσω την πατρίδα μου. Και μετά από εκεί θα δούμε, θα ξεκουραστούμε.
It's all about loving the sport, about having nothing else in your life. He doesn't know anything apart from weightlifting.
We met Valerios Leonidis, and he won a silver in Atlanta in his weight class. And I thought he was so adorable.
We hear that you guys here in Athens are like rock stars. You're a big deal. Yeah, that's why you do it, isn't it?
He was just adorable because we asked him to give us a little demonstration. Does he always do it with that great of a smile?
This is clean? This is Jen.
I've never seen someone so joyful at weightlifting.
Where does the lifting power come from? Because it looks like you have some powerful legs. Back?
Basically the waist, the back sides, and this.
I was thinking.
The back side.
Every once in a while, the whole room will fall silent when one of the weightlifters will lift their maximum weight. Pitos Dimas is probably one of the most popular guys on the team. He is a gold medal winner, 2 times gold medal winner. I was watching you from the other side of the room lift all of this weight, and it hurt to watch you.
It hurts.
It hurts to lift it?
Yeah, every day.
Wow. How do you feel about the fact that you guys will be the home team in 2004?
Is Athens. When Samarak actually announced that Athens would be the host, he was there. And he... Yeah, it just flipped.
Can I feel your muscles?
When I just... Which part?
This one right here. Wow. They're huge. Not an ounce of fat there. Wow. Is that where all the power comes to? It's a beauty. It's a beauty. Now I know what I have to do. Honestly, I'm left the weight training room thinking, okay, now I know exactly what I have to do to get my booty in shape.
Each guy Barbara and I spoke to has placed in the Olympics.
I know that you must love weightlifting, otherwise you wouldn't be doing this. But do you also love being a celebrity?
Με ενδιαφέρει να με σέβουν οι άνθρωποι, οι φίλοι μου, περισσότερο να με σέβουν και κάποιοι άνθρωποι που θέλω.
He doesn't really give credit to being a celebrity, you know what I mean? He doesn't really care for it. As long as people respect him, and as long as he's okay with himself,
right.
He keeps in a low profile.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't love being a celebrity. Yeah, that's right. Let's see the leg.
He's just showing off.
He doesn't love being a celebrity. He doesn't love being a celebrity.
There are a lot of open-air markets all over Athens, and you can find anything you want in one of those. To prove that point, I went to the open-air meat market. There it is. I met a woman named Liberty who could kind of help me understand what was going on here. See that thing he's got his hands on there?
That.
Yeah.
It's the liver, it's the insides of a lamb.
You could get just miles and miles of guts, intestines, livers, hearts, lungs, kidneys, all of it tied together in one big string. You just take the hook and go. What? Oh,
Use that.
What?
You see, that's
What is
the
it?
insides of a lamb.
Like what kind of... Oh, gosh.
Αυτό το αγοράζουνε, το αγοράζουνε αυτό.
Yes, 1,000 all. Yes, 1,000.
What am I going to do with a whole head of a pig?
Τι το κάνουνε?
Το κάνουνε σούπα, το παίρνουν εδώ Φιλιππινέζοι και το τρώνε.
Actually,
Yes.
they make soup out of it.
What exactly are we chopping here?
Pork chops.
Pork chops.
Easy, easy.
Looks like I'm buying that chop.
Okay, now.
Okay, like right there,
Yes,
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, see? There, that one's off.
You see, they've got a good aim.
Yeah.
Well, years of practice.
See, that's a bad one.
Bravo. Okay. Bravissimo. Bravo, bravo.
Liberty took me to this little restaurant that she works at right inside the meat market. It's open 24 hours. Whenever you want to come by and have some meat, this is the place. Liberty, your restaurant's right in the middle of a meat market?
That's right, and it's been going since 1924, believe it or not. Very busy, and it's day and night. We don't close at all.
24 hours?
24 hours.
In the meat market?
No, the meat market closes. But people, after going to nightclubs, 4 o'clock in the morning, they come and they have whatever we have. This is the garduba. This is the intense stance you saw. They twist the intense stance, but they love it. You like it?
It's like a lasagna.
That's the stomach, cut in small pieces. You boil it into a soup, and of course you do it with the egg and lemon sauce.
Traditional dish of stomach and leg.
Oh, you're very brave.
It's here that you have to fight. If your brain recognizes that, you're not going to eat that. Hey, what are you doing?
That's Recina. That's the traditional Greek wine, Recina.
Recina. Yes. And I have that with my stomach and leg.
Yeah.
Now, see, if I drink enough of this, I really won't care that I've got stomach and legs in a bowl.
They call it the Emerald of the Aegean. When we come back, we're going to the island of 15 million olive trees. Greece is surrounded by the Aegean and Ionian Seas.
There's something like 1,400 islands out in those seas, and about 170 of those are occupied.
The Greek islands are so famous for their beauty. How could we visit Athens and not go to one?
Come on.
I've always seen pictures of Greek islands and postcards and books and everything. And when I got to Lesbos and I looked out, I saw exactly what I've seen in the pictures and the postcards and everything else. It was beautiful.
Lesbos was the birthplace of some of Greece's great writers, ancient poets Sappho, Aesop, and the modern writer Odysseus Elitis. It's always been associated with poetry, culture, education, and a democratic spirit. Aristotle himself taught on this island.
Lesbos is just a 45-minute flight from Athens. It's the third largest Greek island after Crete and Evia. It's 44 miles wide by 24 miles long and has a population of 90,000. Sometimes it's called Mytilene after its port and capital city.
Lesbos gets more sunny days per year than any other island in the Aegean. The land here is rocky and volcanic and covered with some 15 million olive trees. So, of course, olive oil is big business here. And so is another very Greek tradition, the anise-flavored liquor called ouzo. We met up with a local named Maria, and Maria took me to an ouzo distillery.
George, this is Patrick.
Hello. Hi. Nice to meet you. Yasu.
Yeah, so at least he knows something.
What makes ouzo such a popular Greek drink?
Μεταφέρεται είναι οι μεζέδες που έχουμε στην Ελλάδα, ο ήλιος, η θάλασσα, όλα αυτά μαζί συντηρούν μας αρέσει.
Well, it says, the sun and the sea, it just makes you go out for an ouzo instead of like, possibly abroad you have people that, let's go for a beer. But here we say, let's go for an ouzo.
The whole process begins with this tiny little anise seed, which is very potent. You throw that in this big copper pot in the back of the distillery, and you heat it up with some alcohol and some water, and then it comes out of there into another pipe very, very slowly. It just drips out into a bucket. So George turns on this huge conveyor machine, and his wife, who works there, she came into the back and started loading bottles, and another guy that works there started taking them off the belt, and I could actually see the whole process. I think he said he does over 300,000 bottles of ouzo every year. Now, how long have you been here?
Εγώ εδώ γεννήθηκα.
Says he was born here in Mytilene.
Really? And you've been making ouzo ever since?
Like γεννήθηκες και έφτιαχνες ouzo? Almost, probably. From his birth.
Έξω παιδί.
From 6 years old he's been in the business with his father. Yeah, that was his father up there.
Ο ιδρυτής του Ουζοβέτο στην Ελλάδα. Προϊόν σου, πώς θα το.
Yeah, it's his pride.
So when can we try your pride?
Ναι, πότε μπορούμε να δοκιμάσουμε την περηφάνεια σου, γιατί έτσι το είπα.
Λοιπόν, παιδιά, έλα.
All right.
Is this a sipping drink? Is it a
No.
chugging drink?
No,
What do I do with
this is no. You just try it without water, and if you want water, we'll put water to it. This is 40. This is 42 proof, I think. I told you. So, you see that? It turns white. Then the Greeks call it their nutritionist milk. All right.
So, yamas.
Yamas.
And...
All right. You're going to start?
Ευχαριστώ. Right? Thank you.
Great, you said it. That was great. Okay, good.
Maria took us to Loutrac, one of the many villages on the island, and introduced us to a man named Vangelis, who works at an olive processing plant.
The peak of the olive season really is in December, so we were a little early. And there were some olives on the trees, but they weren't ripe yet. They weren't in season. I didn't know you spoke lamb, Barbara.
Yeah, you see? Yeah, good. Whatever, yeah.
As we were driving here, I noticed that there are hundreds and hundreds of olive trees everywhere. How many of them are there on the island?
Πόσα δέντρα υπάρχουν στο νησί, αυτό που είπαμε πριν?
Στο νησί υπάρχουν γύρω στα 15 εκατομμύρια δέντρα.
There are about 15 million olive trees on the island.
Wow, 15 million?
Million, yeah.
How old are some of these olive trees?
Βαγγέλη, πόσο χρονών μπορεί να είναι κάποια από αυτά τα δέντρα?
Και 200 χρονών και 150 χρονών.
Και 150. Some of them can be, as Vangeli says, 200 years old, 150, even 300 years old.
I, being the olive lover that I am, because I love olives, thought I would try one, because when you see them, you get the taste for them. Is it edible?
Oh, why don't you try it and let's see the reaction.
I'm gonna try it, yeah. Let me see.
Yeah?
Oh.
No.
Oh, it was so bitter. I mean, it was so bitter that it just wrenched through my entire face.
I told you so.
3 kilograms of olives makes 1 kilogram of olive oil. So with 15 million trees on that island, there's a lot of olive oil coming off of that place.
What if what? Let's go on. Say it again.
Oh, that's good.
Come on, taste it.
And I tasted it. It was pretty good, but I like to have something to taste it with. I like bread or something. So I was glad later when we went to a taverna to try the olive oil with food.
This is cabbage salad, lemon, olive oil.
And we'll put some salt on it as well, to your liking.
Woo! That stuff is strong.
All right, so.
Oh, wait. I know what to say.
You know what to say?
Yes,
Right,
you ready?
Yamas.
You ready? Yamas.
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 Yamas. Great stuff. Yeah?
Olive oil.
That warms you up to the end of your bones, every single bit of it in your body.
Strong.
Oh, yeah. His name is Stratis Philippotis, and he's carrying on the great Greek tradition of marble sculpture. Next on Travelers. Our friend Greg took me to go see Stratis Philippotis, who's a very well-known marble sculptor. Stratis? Stratis took us into this room that had all these busts. And these are actually the casts that were made to create the busts.
Και με δυνάμεις σωματικές και με πνευματικές.
Right. It's very interesting. He says marble is a living substance, and it's a very hard substance. So you have to. It's taxing to work it both physically and spiritually and psychologically because it's a task.
Stratis gets his marble from the Pindeli Mountains, which is also the same marble that was used to build the Acropolis. How is that different from other types of marble?
Στην ποιότητα.
It's in the quality.
Στο χρώμα.
Color.
Στο χρώμα. Τάκ, τροφή μύτη.
Because it's
αν δεν είναι συμπαγή δεν έχει.
He's very excited.
He is. It's wonderful. Because it's a living substance.
Είναι καμπάνα, χτυπάει σαν καμπάνα.
Because it's a living substance. Some marble, the atoms are more compressed. With this marble is a very strong marble and it can be worked, whereas other marbles chip and you can't get the detail.
Εδώ θα δούμε ορισμένες εφαρμογές στο μάρμαρο.
Okay, we're going to see different applications of marble, the use of marble here. He looks at the copy, so he can go for the likeness that way, and starts chipping away.
So he keeps this here as a
guide.
Guide to work off of?
Yeah.
What age did you start doing this, when you first started picking up the tool?
Τα φτιάχνω από την κοιλιά της μάνας μου, άκουσα τον ήχο αυτό. Τον ήχο αυτό, στα αυτιά και είδα ένα άσπρο πράγμα μπροστά μου.
When he was born, and coming from his mother's womb, the first thing he heard was that sound he made with a hammer, and the first thing he saw was this white thing, you know.
No, really?
Πιστεύω ότι η μάνα μου με γέννησε πάνω σε ένα κομμάτι μάρμαρο.
He thinks he was born on a slab of marble.
Η συγχωρεμένη μάνα μου.
One of the artisans kind of handed me this metal hammer, and when I took it, I was kind of like, well, what do I do with it, you know? And they were so free about it. Good? Harder?
Δυνατά.
Harder?
Δυνατά.
Are you sure?
Harder, yeah.
Oh, am I destroying this, maybe?
Το καταστρέφει, λέει. No, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You're taking a slab of marble and you're creating something intricate and beautiful out of it. And for him, I could see that he's passionate, he's enthusiastic about it, and it just showed.
Αν δεν με ενοχλείς κανένας, μπορεί να ξεπεραθώ εδώ μέσα.
His wife will call him and say, come home for dinner, or let's go out to a movie or something. But if she doesn't, he'll just stay here and he'll just keep working.
Είναι μεράκι το μάνα.
It's a passion.
In Athens, the nightlife starts late. I left the hotel at about 11 o'clock to go to a music club.
Stoa Αθανάτων. Παρακαλώ.
Okay.
Στην Σοφοκλέος.
Sophocles Street.
Yes. You speak English?
Yes.
Whoever you talk to in Athens will tell you that you have to check out the nightlife. It's happening, it's hot, it's one of the greatest things about Athens. What time does everything get rolling? What time does everything get
It starts from 11 o'clock till morning.
Till what time in the morning?
5, 6.
Oh, I don't think I'm ready to go that long.
Athens is an erotic city, but not in the daylight, only nights.
When I got there, I met up with our friend Greg. Tell me about Rebetiki Musiki.
Greeks that were living in Asia Minor, which was Turkey, then Asia Minor, and that were at some point exiled because the Turks wanted all the Greeks out of Asia Minor, so they had to go back to Greece in whatever way they could, and this was their music.
Well, let's go inside and hear.
Great, fine.
The club had an underground feel to it. You had to know it was there to get there. And even going up into the club, it was just sort of like a little maze. You went up this elevator, and then you went through this path, and then you finally got to, the club. There's been a revival in the last couple decades, and the young people, or the popular culture, is starting to identify with the music and really connect with it.
How long have you been playing Rebetika music?
Πόσα χρόνια παίζετε τη ρεμπέτικη μουσική?
Μισό αιώνα και 6 χρόνια. 56 χρόνια.
Half a century and 6 years.
Wow. What are you singing about? What's happening up there?
Μιλάνε για την αγάπη.
Love.
Μιλάνε για τη φυλακή.
Jail.
Μιλάνε για ναρκωτικά.
Drugs.
I didn't understand what they were singing about. I know they were singing about sex, drugs, and, jail and all those things.
but I enjoyed the music anyway. I really connected with it. I felt like I was grooving with it because the musicians were excellent.
What does the music mean to you?
Και τούτη εδώ η ζωή που έχω, ας πούμε, όλα τα χρόνια αυτά.
I mean, he can't stop. You know, he's been doing it for so long, and he's of an age where he'd like to stop, but he can't. So I guess that's what it means to him.
A traditional Greek taverna is the place for action-packed food and fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I went to a little taverna called Baba Thanasis, which means Uncle Thanasis. It's been owned by this one family for 3 generations, and it's a very appropriate name because the whole restaurant is family run. When I first went in, I met Maria, who is the granddaughter of the original owner.
That's the delicious area of the taverna.
This is the delicious area right here?
Oh, he said that it started in 1932 by his father, my grandfather.
What are you doing now? Are you just sitting and watching, or do you
κάνεις
cook?
τώρα, αν κάθεσαι και βλέπεις τι κάνεις.
Βλέπω.
He just sees whatever we do, like a supervisor, something like that.
He oversees? Is he a mean boss?
He's the man who shouts all the time.
He shouts all the time? Even though the kitchen is very intimate and small, there's a lot of pandemonium. So I can just get a little bit of veal here,
Yes.
all right?
Beans, call it.
What kind of beans though?
Beans. It's lamb with a sauce from lemon and Oregon.
This is the most tender veal I've ever had. I just love to eat, and I was so excited to be back there, to be sampling everything. What are you drinking?
That's tsipuro.
What are you drinking?
Τσίπουρο.
Tsipuro.
He's a great fan of tsipuro. He likes drinking one.
I found out that Maria's brother, George, grills the pork and all the meat out in the front of the restaurant. Oh, it smells like heaven. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Michelle.
I'm George.
George, nice to meet you. Make me your best lamb chops.
My best lamb chops,
Or-
okay?
no,
You
no,
will show me.
what's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Lamb chops.
Lamb chops? Okay. The thing here is that when you order lamb chops, you don't just get 1 chop or 2 chops. You get a full plate of lamb chops, and you can just, it's all you can eat. Oh.
They smell very well.
They smell so good. You know what I love? I love that they're just still sizzling.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are ready now. And you have to wait a few minutes and after that we can eat it.
Okay. Tell me what makes your taverna so special. I mean, this place is packed. You've got people waiting outside to come in.
Yes.
Why is it so special?
First of all, we are very old. We have a very old tavern. We are working all family here, and our foods are like.
You just took my lamb chops.
Okay.
You just took my lamb chops.
Here they are. They came back.
Oh, please try some.
It's delicious.
Then I went back into the kitchen and I tried baklava, which is a very traditional Greek dessert.
Baklava, do you want some? Tsipuro. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll try some.
Cecilia.
Cheers.
Cheers, Cecilia.
Is it like vodka or something? Stronger than unuso. Some water.
And I didn't even swallow. It burned my entire mouth. and I couldn't swallow it. I just stood there going, and I could feel like the fumes starting to heat up my head. And finally I just said, just swallow it. Just take it in. Oh my goodness! You drink that? Oh, my body is on fire! Oh my goodness!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Τα ορότερα σουβλάκια.
How many of your friends back home call these gyros?
I called it a gyro until my Greek friend said, no, it's gyro.
See, the good thing about ordering one in Athens is here you get the real thing.
We've had so much food this week, haven't we?
Hey, it's a food kind of town.
We'll enjoy this one because we have to go. See you next time on Travelers.
Bye.
Bye.